Hey guys, today I'm super excited to give you my spoiler-free thoughts on A Haunting in Venice. Now, this is the third film based off Agatha Christie books in a row. We have Hercule Poirot as the detective, and this time, Kenneth Branagh is the director as well as the star. And we have a story that I was excited for because I haven't read the book that this is based off of. First two films, I had read them, Death on the Nile and Murder on the Orient Express, so I kind of knew what to expect, okay? This one, I didn't. Now, I will say I have since talked to several people who have actually read the book and seen the movie, and they said they switch up a lot of things so that you really don't know exactly how it's all going to play out, which is great. One of my favorite things when you're going into a movie that stuff about is when they switch things up a little bit. So that is good to know. Haven't read the book myself, so I can't say for sure, but several people have confirmed that. Now, what I will say about this is I love a good murder mystery, okay? Some of my favorite things have been the previous two films, but then like Glass Onion and Knives Out, very much enjoyed those. TV series wise, we've got Only Murders in the Building and The After Party, two of my favorite shows. I like a mystery. I like trying to put things together. It's my jam. That's the kind of book I read too, okay? Like the Stephanie Plum books are my favorite. I like to put together pieces of a mystery to solve and to come up with the whole puzzle, right? And that's why I enjoy these movies. Another one of my favorite genres, which you guys know, if you've been around the channel at all, is horror, right? I love horror. So what I really enjoy about A Haunting in Venice, is that you get that murder mystery, okay? You get that mystery element that we have had. It follows very same sort of style as the previous two films. But this time, they throw in a lot of horror tropes, a lot of horror elements, okay? It's spooky, it's fun, you're kind of on the edge of your seat, there's jump scares, like it's stuff like that goes on. But what I really love about how they did this is neither genre kind of ever overshadows the other, okay? It's not like, oh, this is a horror movie. It's not like, oh, this is a mystery movie. This is a perfectly combined, intertwined horror mystery. Okay, that's like the best way to put it. It really is. Now, if you've liked the previous two films and if you like a murder mystery, you're probably going to like this movie. It carries a lot of the same elements. I mean, it's the very same detective, okay? His style is very much the same. He's very dry, he's very methodical. It's that same exact vibe, okay? This is not as like funny, I guess you could say, as something like a Knives Out. However, I will say Tina Fey does add a lot of comedic relief. She's got some great one-liners. She's a lot of fun. I enjoy her character a lot. Michelle Yeoh, also phenomenal in this, okay? Such great casting between these two women, and I think they're both absolutely fantastic and bring a lot to the table. Jamie Dornan, also fantastic in this movie, okay? He plays his role very well. He's very, very good. All of these actors are very, very good. And that helps this story really come together, and it allows you to be in it. Kelly Riley is also great as a mother to mother. I really related to her in a lot of ways. Jude Hill is phenomenal. I mean, that kid is going places. He is creepy. He is so creepy in this. Like, you literally, one of the first shots you see of him, he's reading, it might even be the first shot of him, he's reading Edgar Allan Poe, and you're like, oh, this kid's gonna be crazy. And he is, and it's perfect, and it fits, and everything just fits together so well. It's largely in part due to this incredible cast, of course. The writing is great. Now, did I figure out who the killer was? Sort of. I did, moved away from it, kind of came back to it, but not completely. Didn't know the full picture, but it was still a lot of fun all the way throughout. Was a little bit surprised by certain things in the end, but really enjoyed the story overall. Really had a good time with it because it's fun, okay? And if you like a murder mystery, if you like the previous two movies, this is going to be right up your alley. And like I said, they do switch things up a little bit with the horror elements, and that's a lot of fun. Jump scares are always a good time. It's creepy. The ambiance is dark. The atmosphere is dreary, right? You're stuck in this one house for pretty much the entire movie, right? You've got basically one set piece, and it is scary, and it gets a little bit intense, okay? but it's good. It's all in good fun. The jump scares are bananas. The reveal, of course, is phenomenal. Very exciting. You're like, oh my gosh, okay, yes. All of that being said, A Haunting in Venice is not perfect, okay? There are definitely some slower elements. It's drier, which I will say, honestly, the first two are as well. So if you're not used to, like, if you haven't seen the first two and you're thinking this is going to be like Knives Out, it's not as flashy or exciting, okay? And especially this one because things are very dark and they try to keep them really in that horror kind of atmosphere that we're living in. So Tina Fey is there to provide the comedic relief. She's a lot of great one-liners. You're going to laugh quite a bit. She's great. Michelle Yeoh is creepy AF. She's terrifying. Like certain moments, she's very, very scary. She's great. It just proves like how phenomenal she is. And that she deserves everything that she is getting and more. And there's certain things that are like, maybe it's a little slow here and there. I mean, but that's kind of always been the vibe of these ones. So I guess go in expecting things to be very similar to the previous two films and then don't expect much more from it. I will say it's probably a little more predictable than the previous two in certain ways. Of course, like I said, I've read the book, so I kind of knew what was coming. But I feel like there's a few elements in here that are predictable. A lot of elements of the reveal are not. Still, it's a fun journey. It's entertaining. Listen, I give this movie a 3.5 out of 5. I think if you enjoyed the previous two, and I think if you like a good murder mystery and especially a little bit of horror, a little bit of jump scares thrown in there, then this one is for you. It's beautifully shot. There's some certainly terrifying moments, especially towards the end. And it's good. It's good and it's fun. You guys let me know if you're excited for A Haunting in Venice down below in the comments. This movie hits theaters on September 15th, and I highly recommend you check it out. Again, especially if you're a fan already of this franchise. Be sure to follow me over on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and you guys can check me out at MamasGeeky.com. Thanks, guys. I'll see you next time.